welcome back to Campaign Context. It's our series providing you with some clarity on things that you're hearing and seeing on the campaign trail as we head toward the November election. This time, we're taking a closer look at the use of AI-generated imagery in politics and deepfakes, which is media that's manipulated by AI. These pictures, videos, and audio can spread both mis- and disinformation on social media. You might remember former President Trump was recently accused of reposting AI-generated images of Taylor Swift and her fans appearing to support him. Those images were immediately flagged as fake. Well, that got us wondering, when voters see these AI-generated images and videos, and these voters are fully aware that these images are not real, can the messages still somehow resonate with them? For insight, we invited Samuel Woolley to our studio. He's the Dietrich Chair of Disinformation Studies at the University of Pittsburgh. And he had this to say about deepfakes in particular.
Yeah, most people have a decent spidey sense when it comes to deepfakes these days. Some of them are getting more realistic, so it can be challenging to find them, but it still has an impact.
Woolley says deepfake videos are especially potent as they appeal to multiple senses, and he says the reason the messages can stick is pretty simple: repetition.
Repetition's a core part of politics. It doesn't matter if you believe something to be true. The more you hear it repeated, as with advertisements, as with everything, the more likely it is to stick in your brain. And so with deepfakes, one of the key things that they do is repeat an idea that a politician or a group of people or, maybe some bad actor somewhere wants you to remember.
Woolley says the more sophisticated deepfakes out there are also meant to be memorable.
I mean, there's a reason why the gossip rags are at the front of the grocery store. It's because we like to check them out. We like to look at them. And while most of the time we don't believe what we read in, say, Us Weekly or something like that, it doesn't mean that we don't remember it. And that potentially later on that it might come into our brain at a weird moment and make us think, oh, remember, I heard this thing about so-and-so. The same thing happens with deepfakes, which is that we might not remember all of the details, but that when we recall what we heard about in the deepfakes, so say, for instance, the fake Taylor Swift endorsement of Donald Trump, we might not remember that Swift actually didn't endorse Donald Trump. We just remember something to do with Swift endorsing Donald Trump. So you've got to be really careful when it comes to deepfakes and this kind of repetition, because oftentimes we're bad at remembering things.
So I asked Woolley, who's generating most of these AI images and deepfakes? Is it regular people? Is it political operatives? Is it foreign agents? Well, he said that's kind of a hard question to answer right now because researchers like himself don't really have access to data and information from social media companies to learn who is launching these things. And he says because of anonymity and AI automation, often the social media companies and even the government can't always see who's putting these things out there. So his best advice for voters, just take a beat before you share something. Look for more campaign context as election season heats up.